with no runners on. 2-1 delivery. Zitrar pops it up. Foul behind home plate. So it's strike two. 2-2 count, 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. As I mentioned, Zitrar's dangerous. He's got best slugging percentage. He's slugging .723. He's got 7 extra base hits already on the season. Scored 16 runs. I mean, great on-base percentage, too, .491. 2-2 pitch. Zitrar, sharp grounder to short. It is scooped up and out. And that is the inning. So for Pacelli, no runs on 1 hit. There were no errors and nobody left on base after 1. Westfield leading Pacelli by a score of 1-0. You're watching Vikings baseball on Georgia-Alabama Sports Live. And we're back here at Diamond Field here for the top of the second inning. Pacelli playing host to the Westfield Hornets, game 1 of a doubleheader here out at Diamond. And to lead things off in the second, it's pitcher Mason Easom coming to the plate. He's a senior. Cam Carino on the mound, winding, and the first pitch to Easom. Fastball. Easom drives it to left center field. It's fairly deep, but it is run down by Levi Thompson, who makes a great catch out there in left field. Great running catch, reaching out, making the catch and sliding to bring the ball in. Nice play by the sophomore. That's what Pacelli needs, is some good defense, and that was sweet. That was a big, big play. All righty, 1 out here on 1 pitch here in the top of the second inning. It brings up Luke Davidson, the first baseman. Davidson is a senior. First pitch. Davidson swings and a miss.
Now
Davidson
Luke Davidson.
On Wednesday, Davidson was 2 for 3 with a double. He scored a run and he also walked. He also pitched 1 inning and then gave up the 6 runs in the second. Next pitch, strike 2. Swing and a miss there. So, Carino ahead of Davidson here, 0-2. Staying ahead of these guys is going to be big. Carino getting the sign from Braden Hudson. Goes into the line. Here's that 0-2 delivery. Curveball up high. Ball 1. So 1-2 count here on Luke Davidson. 1 out in at the top of the second. Cam Carino winds, delivers. Nubbed to the right side and foul. The count remains 1-2. Head coach Ryan Weatherington coaching third base for the Hornets with Trey Meeks, the coaching over at first. Carino goes into the motion for the 1-2 delivery. Ground ball sharp, but right at Jaron Gamilla. Gamilla over to first base for out number 2 at the inning. So just like that, 2 up, 2 down. And that brings up catcher Neil O'Brien for the Hornets.
Now batting, number 19, Neil O'Brien.
On Wednesday, O'Brien went hitless 0 for 3, but he did drive in a run and score 2 runs. Carino delivering the first pitch to O'Brien. Breaking ball up high, ball 1. Vikings trying to get something going. Right now they're riding a 4-game losing streak. They are trying to get things turned around. They got the bats going now. Now the whole idea is to get the rest of the game going as well. Here comes Carino's 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. 1-1 count now on Neil O'Brien, the catcher. As I mentioned, Cam has been effective all season long. He had 1 or 2 bad outings out of the 8 he's been on there, and he does have 1 of the 2 saves. This is his first starting appearance for the Vikings in 2025. Here's your 1-1 pitch in the dirt for a ball. 2-1 now on Neil O'Brien. Two-one pitch. Outside, ball 3. 3-1 now on O'Brien. It's a beautiful day here. The sun is out. It's 80 degrees. There's a breeze, a little bit of a breeze. It's blowing basically in from the gap in the left center field. Anything gets up in it, there's a 14-mile-an-hour wind gust, so that could affect it. 3-1 pitch, up high, ball 4. So with 2 outs, Neil O'Brien working the walk to keep the inning alive for the Hornets. And we have a courtesy runner coming on in.
Courtesy runner number 6.
Number 6, Blake Loden, a sophomore pitcher, is coming in to run.
Number 4,
run for the catcher. Michael Easom coming to the plate, the second baseman. He's a senior. He's the twin brother of starting pitcher Mason Easom. In that game on Wednesday, Michael went 1 for 3, scored a run, hit a double, along with a strikeout and a walk. Carino checks the runner first, comes set, delivers the first pitch to Easom. Strike 1 on the corner. Very nicely done, painting the corner. So strike 1 here. Trying to get out of this before anything untoward happens. Well, Westfield would like to get a little bit of 2-out thunder going. Over to first, checking the runner. Just a little flip. The slowest dive back by Blake Loden I've seen in a while. Carino. Here's your 0-1 pitch. Driven to center field. Hit deep, but not deep enough.
Discounted up to $14,000 off while they last. New Chevy Equinox, the compact SUV featuring high-tech options. Discounted up to $5,000 off. Enjoy. No payments until summertime. Choose from over 500 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way. GlennSmith.com. Get ready to smile.
Get your grills out this summer with Pepsi, the official beverage of Grills Night Out.
My name is Sergeant Jason Swells, and this is my CVCC story. Class sizes were not too large. The professors in each class had time to talk. It was almost like a one-on-one experience. CVCC did prepare me for my career. They made sure you knew the subject before you walked out of the class.
1-0, trying to get something going here. Cleanup man Braden Hudson stepping up to the plate, the senior catcher. First pitch from Mason, ball 1. Huddy's hitting .256 on the season's driven in 9 runs. He's hit a triple. He's only Pacelli Vike to have He's hit a triple. He's only Pacelli Vike to have a triple this season. He scored 9 runs on the year. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Ground ball sharp, really hit the third, off the third baseman's glove to short, and Huddy beats that one out. We're going to call that one a base hit. It was sharply hit. Third baseman Brock Johnson had to go to his right and go to his knees to try to make an effort to knock the ball down. Shortstop Grayson Waller scooped it up, but he could not beat Hudson. So Hudson on first base with an infield hit.
Cam Carino.
And the Vikings are in business with nobody out. Cam Carino coming to the plate, the pitcher. Carino hitting .255 this season with 5 runs batted in. He leads the team with 5 doubles. Easom over to first. Hudson diving back. Don't even bother trying to put a tag on him, though. And by the way, they have to be careful. Huddy's got 4 stolen bases on the season. All right, we'll see if we get the first pitch to Carino. We do. Carino bunting, beautifully laid down in front of the plate. The throw beats him by a step. O'Brien did a nice job on the throw, but that gets Hudson to second base. So the sacrifice bunt has a runner in scoring position with 1 out for the Vikings. That brings up first baseman Dustin Sherman.
Number 14, Dustin Sherman.
The sophomore has played 8 games. He was coming back from an injury suffered last summer prior to football season. He was originally slotted to be the quarterback, but an elbow injury kept him out of the lineup in football. He's been rehabbing, and he is back. Sherman hitting .300 on the season with 3 runs batted in. He's got a double and scored 3 runs. His on-base percentage is a solid .417. He's done a good job out there. He's done a good job at the plate. All right, pitcher-catcher conference over, and we are ready now. Runner at second with 1 out. And here comes the first pitch to Dustin Sherman. Easton delivers. Fastball taken for strike 1. Sherman looking for that RBI number 4. Vikings will like to knot this thing back up at 1. Eason accepts the signal, goes to the stretch. Here is that 0-1 pitch, driven right up the middle, past a hopping Eason. Huddy rounding third, headed for home. The throw, nope, he scampers back to third base. It was a really good throw, a little up the line. It would have been a close play. But Sherman with a sharp single up the middle, so the Vikings with runners on the corner and only 1 out. And that brings up Merrick Miller. Nicely done. As I mentioned, the Vikings bats are alive now.
Now batting, number 3, Merrick Miller.
Trying to get all 3 phases of the game going, the pitching, the hitting, and the gloves. Merrick Miller hitting .235 on the season, but he's been very effective at the plate. Eason with the 0-1 delivery. Breaking ball taken by Miller for strike 2. 0-2 count now. Again, the Vikings with runners in the corners and threatening here in the bottom of the second inning. Braden Hudson is on third. Dustin Sherman on first. Eason checks the runner at first. Comes set. Here's the 0-2 pitch. It was caught the corner. It caught the corner up high. Miller taking it for strike 3. So we have 2 outs now here in the second as the bells toll for 5 o'clock.
Number 8, Nolan Vaughn.
And that brings up center fielder Nolan Vaughn to the plate. Vaughn, the number 8 hitter. He's a sophomore. Vaughn is hitting .116, but he also has 3 sacrifice flies. He's driven in 7 runs on the season. He's got a couple of doubles and scored 10 runs. Eason with the first pitch to Vaughn. Vaughn in the dirt. Sherman breaks. Steals second. The throw was in the dirt, took a couple of hops, and Hudson comes on to score as well. So the double steal works, and the Vikings have knotted this ball game up at 1 apiece. And there's still a runner in scoring position here with 2 outs. Vaughn with a chance to keep things going and maybe put the Vikings in the lead for the first time today. Eason's pitch. Vaughn.
Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Truckloads of fresh inventory are rolling into Glen Smith GMC in Opelika. Take your pick of a massive selection of brand new GMC Sierras, discounted up to $13,250 off. New GMC Terrains, the popular SUV featuring safety, technology, and performance, discounted up to $7,500 off. Enjoy no payments until summertime. Choose from over 500 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way. GlenSmith.com. Get ready to smile.
My name is Quinteria.
Smile.
My name is Quinteria Perry, and this is my CVCC story. I've graduated from CVCC.
Holly 1 for 3 on Wednesday. Scored a couple of runs. First pitch from Cam Carino in the dirt outside for ball 1. Carino's done a good job so far. He's given up one hit. The one run he allowed was unearned. He's got a strikeout and a walk so far. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Outside, ball 2. As I mentioned, right field is senior, the number 9 hitter in the Hornet lineup. Carino winds, 2-2. Breaking ball. Ooh, it was close, but not close enough. 3-2, so it's full count now on Russ Hiley. One thing for Westfield, they're a 3A team. Everybody else in the district is a 4A team. They're playing up all season long. That usually pays off when playoff time shows up. All right, 3-2 pitch from Carino to Russ Hiley. Ground ball. Grounded toward the Westfield dugout, off the screen, rolling. Somebody's going to have to chase that one down. Jacob Velos trotting out there to get the ball. So the count remains 3-2. Nobody out here in the top of the third inning of this 1-1 contest. The first of 2 here at Diamond Field on a perfect day for baseball. Carino shakes off the sign, likes the next one. Winds, and here's the 3-2 pitch. Catches the corner, strike 3. Hiley thought it was a little bit outside. Plate umpire John Williams begged it to differ. So strike 3 and 1 out here in the top of the third inning. And that brings up the top of the order. Win Hoots, the sophomore center fielder, comes to the plate. Hoots singled in the first inning. He kind of hit a bat handler one, a nice spinner that went over the head of Jacob Velos, dropped into left field for a hit, stole second, then came home on a throwing error. First pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. Carino's been doing a good job throwing strikes today. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball, grounded to third. Zitrauer, 11-11 tie, and give Westfield that 13-11 victory. Carino set to deliver the first pitch to Brock Johnson. Fastball, swing and a miss, strike 1. Again, Carino's been throwing strikes today. His good command of the fastball and everything else, and his breaking balls have been working. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Fastball, strike 2. So, jumping out to another 0-2 delivery from Carino. Off speed, a little bit high for ball 1. Yeah, Carino's been efficient. He's thrown 41 pitches here in the third inning. Takes the sign. The wind, 1-2 pitch. Ground ball, foul down the third base line. So the count remains 1-2 on Brock Johnson, the sophomore third baseman for those Westfield Hornets. In his first at bat, he fouled out to right field. Carino looking to close things out here in the third. 1-2 count here on Johnson. The delivery. Johnson grounds it sharply to third. 2 hops to Zitrauer, over to Sherman, and that is the inning. So it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Vikings. No runs on no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. After 2.5, Pacelli 1, Westfield 1. You're watching Vikings baseball on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. runs batted in, but he also leads the team with 5 sacrifice bunts, and he scored 7 runs. First pitch, swing, miss, strike 1. Mason Easom delivering the 0-1 pitch. In the dirt outside, ball 1. As I mentioned, the Vikings bats have been working. They got 3 hits already this game. 1 run on 3 hits. Here comes the 1-1. Breaking ball up high. Thompson had to duck a little bit. So 2-1 count on Levi Thompson. Easom into the windup. 2-1 pitch. Breaking ball just a little bit inside. Good eye by Thompson. So it's a 3-1 count, a hitter's count now. Sophomore trying to get something going, leading off here in the bottom of the 3rd. The pitch. Breaking ball just catches the corner. It was a good take. 3-1. It's a 3-2 count now. Full count on Levi Thompson. The pitch. Thompson, sharp ground out, past the diving shortstop Grayson Waller for a base hit, so the Vikings back in business. Leadoff man on base for the 2nd straight inning, and that brings up the top of the lineup. Jacob Velos, the shortstop.
Jacob Velos.
He led off the top of the 1st inning with a fly out to center field that was soundly struck, as they say. Looking, checking the runner. And here's that first pitch. Ground ball to 3rd. Over to 2nd for 1. Can they turn 2? The throw does get there. It's a 5-4-3 double play. Nicely done by the Hornets. So 2 outs, nobody on here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. That brings Jaron Camilla to the plate with nobody on. First time up, Jaron ripped one up the middle, had the pitcher skipping. First pitch, baseman, the senior. Oh, 2 pitch. Outside, taken for ball 1. 1-2 count now. Jaron trying to see if they can get a little two out action going here. Vikings and Westfield knotted up at 1 apiece. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Ground ball right back at the pitcher. Easom gets it over to first, kind of caught it in self-defense, and that is the inning. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, nobody left on base. After 3, it's Pacelli 1, Westfield 1. You're watching Vikings baseball on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Refresh your senses with a kick of citrus flavor. Do the do.
Hi, my name is Griff Gordy, and here at Gordy Eye Care, we have been Alabama Sports Live and what they do for young athletes in our area.
And without business like yourself, Gordy Eye Care, none of our coverage would be possible. To be able to cover the 16 different high schools, the local colleges, and professional teams. So we'd like to say thank you to you, Dr. Griff Gordy and Gordy Eye Care, for your support of Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And then you can make an appointment today at Gordy Eye Care with the number 334-291-5125. Keep supporting Gordy Eye Care and keep watching Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
All right, back here at Dynamo Field for the top of the 4th inning. Pacelli and Westfield locked up in a 1-1 ball game.
Leading off for the Hornets.
It's going to be 3-4-5 coming to the plate for the Hornets to this inning. Grayson Waller, the shortstop, will lead things off. Waller grounded to 3rd in the 1st inning. Cam Carino looking good so far, giving him just 1 hit through 3. And the first pitch to Waller. Fastball, swing and miss, strike 1. That was breaking. Well, that was more of an off-speed pitch. Strike one. Kind of pulled the string on that one. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike two. Carino has been effective, no doubt about it. 45 pitches, 33 strikes. He has been on target. Just the one walk. So the 0-2 pitch to Grayson Waller. Grounded down in at the top of the fourth inning, the third strikeout on the afternoon for Cam Carino.
Now batting number 22, Matt Molina.
And that brings up left fielder Matt Molina, the junior. Molina took strike three looking to end the top of the first inning. First pitch, a little bit low, ball one. As I mentioned, Carino, good control. He's got a 2-1 strikeout to walk ratio. He came in 11 strikeouts and just five walks. So he's at 14 and 6. He's going the right direction. And the 1-0 pitch, swing and miss, strike one. 1-1 count on Matt Molina. Carino working fast here. Into the wind for the 1-1. Hit foul up in the air. Lands in the football stands. So it's strike two. 1-2 count now on Matt Molina. Westfield's left fielder. The 1-2. In the dirt. Ball two. 2-2 now. As I mentioned, Carino's had good control, and his breaking stuff has kept the batters off on their heels. Here's your 2-2 pitch. Ground ball to Connor Zitrower at third. Zitrower over to Sherman, and that is out number 2 here in the fourth inning. And that brings up pitcher Mason Easom. Easom in the second inning got a hold of one, hit it to the gap in left center field, but Levi Thompson, the left fielder, made a great running catch, sliding as he made the catch for out number 1 in that inning. Vikings defense has settled down now. First pitch from Carino. Fastball off the bat handle, flared out into short center field, and it falls in for a base hit. Nolan Vaughn did his best to come up with that one, but there was just something he could do. It was just in no man's land. So Flair single to center field, and the Hornets have a man on with 2 outs.
Now batting number 21, Luke Davidson.
Their second hit of the ball game. First baseman Luke Davidson stepping up to the plate now. Davidson hit a sharp grounder to second in the second inning. Carino looks the runner back maybe a little bit. Goes in the stretch. Here's that first pitch to Davidson. And they call ball 1. They're not pinch running for Easom. Easom is usually the third baseman when he's not pitching. Easom taking a medium lead. Carino in the stretch. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike one. 1-1 count on Luke Davidson. Davidson trying to see him get something going here with 2 outs in the inning in this 1-1 contest. Vikings looking to shut it down and get back in there and get up to the plate again. Carino over to first, kind of a flip. Just kind of letting him know, hey, I know you're there. Because Easom's not taking a huge lead off first. Carino in the stretch. Here's the pitch. Line drive driven over the press box. Over and behind the football press box. He hit it pretty good, but he's way in front of it. Strike 2. 1-2 count now on Luke Davidson, the first baseman. Davidson, also one of their pitchers. Carino comes set. 1-2 pitch. In the dirt, fast, in the dirt, ball 2, and the runner moving on to second base. So runner scoring position here, 2 outs and a 2-2 count on Davidson here in the top of the 4th inning. Carino trying to get this thing shut down before they do something here. Stretch. 2-2 pitch. Grounded foul. Hops over the fence. Fan grabs it, flips it right back in. Got good fans here. They're awake. Pretty good arm, too. All right, 2-2 count. Deuce is wild. Carino gets a sign from Braden Hudson. Comes set. And he steps off the rubber. Reset. Let's start over again. Start from scratch. Huddy trotting out to go talk to Cam. Make sure everybody's on the same page here. Got to be careful here. It's a 1-1 contest. The way this is going, this is an ABC baseball game. Get them on, get them over, get them in. The Vikings look just get out of this thing. All right, another try at the 2-2 pitch. Carino delivers. Breaking ball in the dirt, swing and a miss. Hudson throws down to Dustin Sherman at first for the final out, and that is the inning. In the inning, no runs on 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left on base. After 3 1/2, Pacelli won, Westfield won. You're watching Vikings baseball on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Because it's truck month at Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika. Take your pick of over 40 brand new Chevrolet Silverados. Discounted up to $14,000 off while they last. New Chevy Equinox, the compact SUV featuring high-tech options. Discounted up to $5,000 off. Enjoy no payments until summertime. Choose from over 500 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way. GlennSmith.com. Get ready to smile.
Get your grills out this summer with Pepsi, the official beverage of Girls Night Out.
My name is Sergeant Jason Swells, and this is my CVCC story. Class sizes were not too large. The professors in each class had time to talk. It was almost like a one-on-one experience. CVCC did prepare me for my career. They made sure you knew the subject before you walked out of the class, before you took the test. They dedicated 100% of themselves to it. I could say for anybody who's deciding or thinking.
All right, let's do it. Bottom of the 4th inning. In a 1-1 contest. Vikings got 3, 4, and 5 coming up here, trying to snap this 1-all tie. Connor Zitrar leading things off. Zitrar grounded out to short to end the first inning. And as I mentioned, Zitrar, the leading hitter for the Vikings, coming into the game hitting .404. First pitch, ground ball, dribbled down toward third base, scooped up by the pitcher, bare hands it over to first. The throw pulls the first baseman off the bag. So we're going to call that a throwing error on the pitcher. Whatever it is, the leadoff man getting on base once again for the Vikings. 3rd straight inning, and they're going to try to make something out of this.
Now batting, number 2, Braden Hudson.
Braden Hudson coming to the plate. Huddy with a single to short. It was an infield hit, basically off the third baseman's glove, a sharply hit. He would go on to score the run in this contest. Easom out of the stretch, checking a runner, back to first, making sure Zitrar doesn't wander off too far. Connor's got 3 stolen bases on the season, by the way. So Easom looks at the runner, comes set, and the first pitch to Hudson. Hudson Driving it foul down the third base line, actually out of play to the right side. Let me be more exact on that one. So strike one, Braden Hudson. Here's your 0-1 pitch. Huddy shows bunt, pulls the bat back. Ball one. Give him something to think about when your cleanup guy goes into a butting stance. Nobody out on first, trying to get somebody in scoring position to get them in the position to score. Funny how that works, isn't it? And again, showing bunt. The pitch is high once again. Ball two. So 2-1 count on Braden Hudson. Third baseman Brock Johnson comes charging in. Two-one pitch. Again, bunt, showing bunt again. This time, it's over the plate. 2-2 count now on Braden Hudson. Which means Johnson will probably drop back a little bit deeper. I don't think you like being that close when the cleanup man is at the plate. I like my teeth, too. Easom out of the stretch. On bunt again. And Huddy bunts it foul. Strike three. So the sacrifice attempt does not work. And that's the first out of the inning. Bringing up pitcher Cam Carino.
Now batting, number one, Cam Carino.
Back in the second inning, Cam dropped down a bunt and then helped set up the double steal that brought in the Viking run. Runner at first, one out. First pitch to Carino. Carino driving it to the right side. Will it stay in play? The answer is no, it will not. It drifts off foul for strike one. Vikings looking to do a little ABC baseball here. Get them on, get them over, get them in. So far they got them on. Here's another try at getting them over. 0-1 pitch to Carino. Ground ball up the middle. Force at second, but there's no way they're going to get Cam. He's too fast. So the 4-6 force out of Zitrauer is the second out of the inning. So runner still on first base, and that brings up Dustin Sherman. Sherman really ripped it.
Number 14, Dustin Sherman.
Really ripped it there into the second inning. He hit a liner up the middle that had the pitcher dancing. First pitch to Sherman. Sharp grounder to third. The third baseman, Johnson, tries to backhand it, gets past him into left field. Sherman trotting into second. And Carino into third. Probably going to have to call that one an error. Haven't seen the call on that one. Doesn't much matter. You got runners in second and third with 2 outs. Bring up Merrick Miller. You got 2 ducks on the pond here. Miller doing his best to see what he can do while breaking his tie. Easom out of the stretch. First pitch. Ball one outside. So Miller with an opportunity to add to his RBI total of 11. Easom shaking off the sign, asked him to run through it again. He likes this one. Comes set. 1-0 pitch. Miller swinging a miss, strike one. 1-1 now. Perfect opportunity for the Vikings with 2 outs. Any kind of a hit should bring in 2 runs. Just got to get it out of the infield. Well, have it fall in safely, too. All right, 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball outside. 2-1 count now on Merrick Miller. The sophomore right fielder for those Pacelli Vikings. He's looking down at Casey Rasmus, the head coach, nods at him and goes, come on, let's go. Sounds good to me. Easom comes set, and your 2-1 pitch. A little bit low, 3-1. This is a hitter's count now.
Hey, don't miss it now. Come on. Don't miss it.
3-1 count, 2 outs. Runners on second and third. 2 runners in scoring position for the Vikings in this 1-1 game. Easom takes the sign. And the pitch. Just catches the corner, let her high. So the count is now full. 3-2 count with 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the 4th inning, Vikings trying to take this scoring opportunity and do something with it. Full count pitch. Miller stays alive, chopping it foul. So 3-2 count. Clutch hitting is what wins ball games. And the Vikings could use some of it right now. Well, one more time on that 3-2 pitch. Miller takes it, ball forward. The bases are now loaded. So we got the bases loaded with 2 outs here, and Nolan Vaughn coming up to the plate. First time up, Vaughn grounded out to third base.
Now batting, number 8, Nolan Vaughn.
His average isn't that great. He's got a couple of doubles. He's hitting 116. He has a lot of sac flies. That's not an option this time. And meeting at the mound. One of the Hornets assistant coaches coming out on this one as the entire team gathers around. This is a big deal right here. Bottom of the 4th inning in a 1-1 contest. We got bases loaded. The Vikings have got to take advantage of this one. And everybody's huddling around head coach Casey Rasmus over there along the third baseline. Everybody doing a confab, trying to figure out exactly what they're going to do, working it all out. You do this, they do this, you do that. If they do that, you do that other thing. As I mentioned, the Vikings have a 4-game losing streak right now, trying to turn things around. They're 0-4 in district. Lost 3 to Brookstone and then lost 1 to Westfield. They have the next week off. We're going on spring break, and I'm pretty sure I'm ready for the spring break, and I'm pretty sure all my students are tired of listening to me too. So there you go. So we'll come back after a week all refreshed, and the Vikings will come back all refreshed to take on Calvary that week in his 3-game series. But first things first, got to take care of Westfield. So here we go, 2 outs, bases loaded. Number 8 hitter Nolan Vaughn at the plate. Eastham out of the windup. First pitch, breaking ball outside. Oh, nope, it's called for strike 1. Caught the corner. So with the bases juiced, yeah, the pitcher will wind up on this one. Into motion, here we go. Vaughn, sharp hit grounder, but it is foul all the way. Karam's back out onto the field, chased down by shortstop Grayson Waller. 0-2 count now. So you got to be expecting Vaughn to be guarding the plate. But it's a big opportunity for the Vikings. Eastham winds. Here's that 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball, a line drive right at the shortstop. That is classic Adam ball, and that is the inning. For the Vikings, no runs on no hits. There were 2 errors and 3 runners left on base. So after 4 complete, Pacelli and Westfield knotted up at 1. You're watching Vikings baseball on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
CVCC has got my vote all day long because they're on top of their game.
Even though I'm away at college, Kinetic Credit Union is still the best way for me to stay connected here and at home. With the Kinetic mobile app, I have control of my accounts wherever I go. I can easily transfer money between internal and external accounts, get money faster by setting up recurring transfers, and I can find the nearest ATM or branch right from my phone. Plus, I can add my Kinetic cards to my phone's digital wallet and enjoy quick, secure, contactless payments. By the way, Mom, I need some more money.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Truckloads of fresh inventory are rolling into Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. Take your pick of a massive selection of brand new GMC Sierras, discounted up to $13,250 off. New GMC Terrains, the popular SUV featuring safety, technology, and performance, discounted up to $7,500 off. Enjoy no payments until summertime. Choose from over 500 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way. GlennSmith.com. Get ready to smile.
My name is Quinteria Perry, and this is my CVCC story. I've graduated from CVCC with my associates in medical assistant, and I received my certification from CVCC. The training that I got from CVC and being prepared to come and do clinicals helped tremendously.
All right, back out here at Dynamo Field for the top of the fifth inning. Pacelli and Westfield knotted up one apiece. Been a change in the lineup. Aiden Bowman is going to third base for Connor Zitrauer. And leading things off, Neil O'Brien, the catcher for Westfield, the number 7 hitter. Carino's first pitch, taken outside in the dirt, ball 1. Bowman's seen action. This is his fifth game of the season. He's got a 1 RBI. And now he's got a chance in a tight ball game. Carino's second pitch bounces in front of the plate, ball 2. 2-0 on catcher Neil O'Brien. So it's 2-0 pitch coming from Cam Carino. Swinging a miss, strike 1. He was chasing that one. That was a little bit outside. He went after it. So 2-1 count. Carino gets the sign. And he took too long. O'Brien stepping out, getting the okay from the plate umpire John Williams. So here we go. 2-1 count. Here leading off the top of the fifth inning. Carino's pitch swung, fouled off, nubbed off the end of the bat to even the count at 2-2. I'm guessing with Zitrauer being pulled, he may be warming up. There's an outside chance because number of pitches Carino has thrown. Remember, Carino has been a reliever all season long, and he may be coming close to his pitch count. He's thrown 63 pitches already. All right, wind, a 2-2 pitch. Ground ball nubbed back to the mound. Carino over to Sherman, and that's out number 1. So 1 up, 1 down here into the top of the fifth inning. That brings up Michael Easom, the senior second baseman of the Westfield Hornets, twin brother of pitcher Mason Easom. Easom's first at bat, he flew out to center field. He got a lot of wood on that one too. He hit it solidly. Carino winding and delivering. Up in the air to the right side. Jaron Camellia coming up with it, making the catch in foul territory for out number 2. That's efficient, doing it on 1 pitch. So 2 outs now here in the top of the fifth inning. And that brings up the number 9 hitter, Russ Hiley. Hiley struck out looking in his first at bat in the third inning. Carino in the windup, delivering the first pitch to Hiley. Hiley popping it up. And is it going to stay in play? The answer is no. It drops back into the back parking lot, nowhere near any of the cars. It was a lot closer to the stands. So, strike 1. 0-1 count. Here's Cam's 0-1 pitch. Swinging and a miss, strike 2. Carino's been pitching a fine ball game. He's given up just 2 hits, and the 1 run was unearned. Here we go, 0-2 pitch. Ooh, close. A little bit high. Highly held off. It was right where Cam wanted. He was trying to get him to chase, and he wouldn't. All right, 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball. Hit into left field, but right at the left fielder, Levi Thompson, who hauls it in, and that is that. So 3 up, 3 down in the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base after 4 1/2. Pacelli won, Westfield won. You're watching Vikings baseball on Georgia-Alabama Sports Live. Back at Dymel Field, bottom of the 5th inning. A really good ball game here. Pacelli and Westfield not up 1 apiece. But a classic pitcher's duel to some degree. The Vikings have plenty of base runners. They got to do something with them, though. They left 4 runners on base so far. Levi Thompson, number 9 hitter, leading things off. 9-1-2 here in this 5th. Mason Easom delivering. Driven to left field, but the left fielder and center field converging. Left fielder Matt Molina is the one who makes the call and calls it in and makes the catch on the first pitch. So 1 pitch, 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Bringing the top of the lineup to the plate be Jacob Velos. Velos flew out to center field and then grounded into a double play in the 3rd.
Now batting number 6, Jacob Velos.
The freshman has been an offensive threat all season long. The Vikings looking to get something going here. They've got 4 hits on the day and 1 run. At first pitch of Velos, breaking ball way up there. Velos ducks a little bit, ball 1. Jaron Camilla on deck for the Vikes. Next pitch in the dirt, so it's a 2-0 count on Velos. The Vikings trying to get something going. They've gotten the leadoff man on base 3 of the 5 innings they've played. Next pitch up, not even close. 3-0 count. We'll see if Jacob gets the green light. Yeah, right. Here we go. 3-0 pitch. Fastball up, ball 4. So the Vikings with a runner on with 1 out. Jaron Camilla coming up to the plate. Jaron's got a single up the middle, really nice rope single, and then he hit a comebacker to the pitcher.
Now batting number 5, Jaron Camilla.
One of those things, if somebody's hitting, if they're hitting it straight up the middle, they're usually seeing the ball well. You know, some guys are pull hitters, but if you're hitting the ball up the middle and making good contact every time, you're seeing it and you're hitting it. And when that happens, eventually they start dropping in. First pitch to Camilla. Driven to left field high. Will it stay in play? And the answer is nope. It goes into the football stance for strike 1. Jaron's got 2 home runs on the season. He's one of 2 Vikings who have driven it out of the ballpark. Connor Zitrar has 4. Jaron with 2. In fact, Jaron hit one the last ball game on Wednesday. So they already know he's got power. So 0-1 pitch. Easom out of the stretch, throws. Breaking ball outside. 1-1 count. He's very cognizant of Velos on first. Velos with 8 steals this season, and he's taking a good, healthy lead. Easom out of the stretch. The pitch. Ooh, Jaron's swing and a miss. Big swing on the breaking pitch. 1-2 count. One out here, 1-1 ball game. Vikings trying to get something going here in this pitcher's battle. This is a pitcher's duel for sure. And Easom steps off the mound, takes a look back. Velos scampers back to first base. We reset. We'll go at it again. 1-2 count on Jaron Camilla. Runner on first. One out. And he steps off the mound one more time. I think they're expecting Jacob to take off. They're being careful. Over to first, Jacob was already standing on the base. He saw that was coming. He just kind of ambled over before the ball even got to first. Well, their attention is split. We'll see if Jaron can take advantage of that. Easom in the stretch. 1-2 pitch. Jaron drills it to left field. How far will this go? Not quite far enough. Hauled in by left fielder Matt Molina for the second out. He got all of that one, but not enough. So 2 outs now and 2 flyouts to left. And that brings up Connor Zitrar, comes back, who's re-entering the game. He went out in the top of the inning. Aiden Bowman was playing third in his spot. And so head coach Casey Rasmus getting with John Williams to make it official that Connor is re-entering the game.
Now batting, number 20, Connor Zitrar.
So Zitrar coming up to the plate. In the first inning, grounding out to short. And in the second, hit was a little dribbler. It was throw to first from the pitcher Easom. Drew the runner off the base. And a balk. Jacob's gyrations over there on first base. Mason Easom was very aware of him, and he did one of the 13 no-nos, and a balk was called by base umpire Jason Yawn. So now, runner in scoring position with 2 outs. The pitch to Zitrar, up high, breaking pitch, ball 1. Now they got to be careful with the Vikings' top hitter in the batter's box. Lead run on second base, even with 2 outs. Here's a Vikings shot. The pitch. Zitrar driving it to right field. Will it stay fair? No, it will not. It went fairly high off the wall. If it had stayed fair, it would have been extra bases. But it kind of curved foul. It kind of sliced foul. So strike 1. So 1-1 count here on Zitrar. And now the catcher, Neil O'Brien, coming out to talk to Mason Easom, making sure they're on the same page. Vikings look to make the most of this opportunity. Zitrar leading the team with 13 runs batted in. He also leads the team with 7 extra base hits. 4 of those are home runs. Like I said earlier, slugging percentage is .723 coming in. He's the dangerous one. 1-1 pitch coming from Mason Easom. Maybe. Nope. Time called. Zitrar stepping out. Velos trying to take as much of a lead as he can. Shortstop Grayson Waller shadowing him just a little bit, but that leaves a big hole.